We decided if you couldn't go to the carnival this summer, we'd bring the carnival to you. Well, the food at least. Chef Randy's got a savory spin on a classic funnel cake for today's daily dish. So here's what you need for this recipe. Some all-purpose flour, an egg, milk, water, mashed potato, baking powder, salt and pepper, and an oil for frying. Are you feeling curious right now? I have always been a fan of funnel cakes, but of course I've never had one with the Randy Feltus twist. So Randy, take it away.
Trace, you know what? I, on the other hand, am not a big fan of the funnel cakes with the whipped cream and the strawberries and stuff like that. That just doesn't do it for me. And let's be honest, it's basically like a gourmet donut, right? So I want to take a different flip on this, and I want to make it a savory donut. So let's work on the donut part first. Basically, we're going to make a dough. So we have an egg here. We've got some milk, 4 ounces, 4 ounces of water. And what we're going to do is kind of cool because we're doing a loaded baked potato funnel cake today. I've got some mashed Yukon Gold here. So we're going to basically make the funnel cake out of potato, and it's going to be this light and delicious kind of thing. Next, we got some baking powder. That's what's going to give it the pop and kind of elevate it. And then it's got to all come together with a little bit of flour. So we put it all in there, and it doesn't really have to be exact. You can come up with any kind of consistency you want and whisk that up. Tracy, where's your favorite memory to a funnel cake? What does it take you back to?
Okay, so for those of us who live in the Greater Toronto area, you might know a place called Canada's Wonderland, which is an amusement park, and that is where I was first introduced to the funnel cake that you can't stand. The sugar, the sweet, the syrup, the strawberries, the whipped cream. That's when I first fell in love with the funnel cake, Randy.
This is going to be your second love affair with it, I promise you. So what we've got now, if you take a look at my oil, I'm up to 350. Make sure, if you're frying at home, you always have a thermometer so you keep control of it. And second of all, have a lid close by. Now I put the batter into a little, I didn't have a piping bag, so I just used a Ziploc bag. And this is kind of the fun part. I mean, you want to take care of this. Don't let the kids do it because oil is kind of dangerous. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go into the oil and just pipe this baby in. Like this, and you can see it comes up right away. It's like, oh, I like that. And it starts getting all poofy, and that's what we're after. Got a little salt and pepper in there, and we just kind of like drain it in there, and like it looks like a bit of a hot mess, but trust me, it's gonna be a delicious hot mess. Then we kind of cook that baby up, and you can see it's popping up. The baking powder is doing its trick. It's gonna be light and fluffy, and then when it comes out, when it's still hot, here's where we're going to get creative. We get some smoky salt, and we drizzle the smoky salt on there. And then I get some of the, like, this isn't just normal sour cream, this is kind of like the expensive sour cream. And we're just going to kind of do like little dollops all around there like that. And it's going to melt a little bit, I know, but that's kind of cool too. So now, you think we're kind of done, but we're not. Aged cheddar. And you can kind of let everyone do their own, but I just kind of stand above it and just keep going and going until it starts to resemble a giant baked potato. And I don't know about you, but I like cheese on my baked potato, so that's just going to keep going like that. I've got some double smoked crispy bacon that's going to go on top. Like that. I just take you back here. So this is kind of what you're looking for when you go for the flip, right? You can see it's kind of brown on the one side. Always flip it away from you and be very, oh my God. You know why I'm making 2 of these, right, Tracy?
Yeah, because you're going to ship one over to me, right? And it's going to be fresh in an Uber.
Yeah, I'm going to ship it over to you. I need one for myself to test and kind of enjoy it and make sure I know that everything's proper there. And then we need a second one for photos. And the more beautiful one, Tracy, I will definitely send to you. So next we're going to go some green onions on there. And then we are going to hit it with a touch of black pepper. Oh my stars. Take a look at the elevation of that. It's just like, oh, if Tim Hortons sold these, their stock price would go up.
What you need to do now, my friend, is take that recipe, you trademark it, stamp it with the Randy Feltis stamp so that nobody can take it away. And if it is sold at Tim Hortons, you get a percentage of all the profit because it's going to just take over the food world. It's actually genius. For anybody that wants savory versus sweet, this is an amazing recipe. Randy, you're so smart. We're putting this recipe online for you at cityline.tv. And